welcome back to another episode, everyone. So today's episode is a little bit different to what we normally do. So we're actually off to MG Live, which is at Silverstone. So really looking forward to getting to Silverstone and to MG Live to see other MG TF owners. Along the way, before we get there, my plan is that I'm going to be meeting up with a couple of other MGTF YouTubers, channels you're probably familiar with, so MG Lee and Cars with Willo. So really looking forward to that. It's going to be a great opportunity to meet up with them. We'll meet up and then head into Silverstone and just see what the show's all about. First time there. I have been to a MG meet before at Brooklands. Well, this is going to be something a bit special, I think, from what I've heard. One of the things that I thought would be really good to do today for the video is just talk about some of the modifications that we've made to the car over the last year. So two of the modifications that I covered in the same video is that we added an air filter and a K-Maps ECU. Now, just touching on what I think of those two modifications and whether they're worth doing. So the air filter, I mean, you don't really notice much difference in terms of any performance increase. People do say that they can increase power. I don't think it really did on this one. Definitely probably improved the airflow into the engine, which is going to be no bad thing. On the ECU, this has got a K-Maps ECU. Now, the ECU has given the car a definite improvement in terms of throttle response. So when you put your foot down to accelerate, you can definitely feel that the car picks up that little bit quicker than it did before, which is really nice. There's probably a marginal improvement in the acceleration of the car. Well, let's be honest. This is a MGTF 135, so 134 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in just over 8 seconds. These aren't quick cars to start with, so you're not going to notice a huge acceleration and performance increase in terms of power. I think it's slightly better. Is it that noticeable? Not really. I think the throttle response is definitely much more noticeable, which is good. We should give it some acceleration off the roundabout here, and you can hear the exhaust as well. One of the other things that gets added, or can be added if you choose to, with your ECU, they can add some nice pops and bangs to the exhaust. So when you lift off the accelerator, the exhaust pops slightly. Now, pops and bangs on an exhaust are an acquired taste. I do realise that, and they're not for everybody. So you can choose whether you want that when you have your car remapped. One of the other things that they do say with a remapped ECU is that you get better fuel economy. I'll be honest and say I have absolutely no idea whether this is more economical or not. I didn't check the car before I had the map added to see what economy it was doing. So if I check now, I've got no idea whether it's actually any better or not. For me personally, I'm not driving it for fuel economy. It isn't a daily driver. For those who it is a daily driver, that probably is a definite improvement, so that's a good thing for sure. The other modification that we did recently was fitting the brake servo brace. So the brake servo brace has improved the feel of the brake pedal. So it is noticeably, just get past this lorry. So the brake pedal is noticeably firmer than it used to be, which is nice. So when you put your foot on the pedal, you do feel like the brakes feel a little bit more responsive. There is no improvement in how quick you stop. Now that's going to sound obvious to some people maybe not so much. What it will do, as I say, it'll give you a nice bit of pedal feel, which is good. Feels like it's more responsive, firmer. If you want to have better stopping brakes, you're going to have bigger brakes. That's the only way to go. So you've got a few options there. You can go for the AP Racing 2-pot calipers. You can go for the 4-pot calipers. This one's just got standard, just normal brakes really. Nothing special about these at all. The other thing then is to make the brakes bigger. Bigger brakes, more contact on the brake pad, stops quicker. If you're tracking the car, some people do go for drilled and grooved discs. Now, there's a bit of argument out there about whether the drilled and grooved discs really help in terms of stopping. So the science behind it is that the holes that are in the disc help to cool the discs down. So if you go on the track, you're hard on the brakes cool down quicker, you don't get as much brake fade. If you're daily driving it, or you're just driving it on a weekend, going out on nice country roads, it's probably not something that's worth doing. But again, the other side, aesthetics, they do look really nice with those brake discs on there. So it's all about what you want from your car really at the end of the day. Now the other modification that this car's got, I didn't cover it in a video, but it is on there, and you might be able to hear it, is the exhaust. I'll just drop it down a gear. So the exhaust that is on this one is MG Owners Club Super Sport exhaust, and I picked it up off eBay. It was a really good price, much cheaper than a new one, and I needed a new stainless exhaust anyway because the old one that was on there was the original. It was starting to fall apart. So the stainless exhaust from MG Owners Club looks great, stainless of course. In terms of the sound, I think it sounds really nice. It has a really nice sporty tone to it, nice and deep, and when you accelerate you can hear it really nicely. What I do find is that on the motorways it's much better than some sports exhausts because it doesn't drown you out. So some sports exhaust you can get out of the car and you feel a bit deaf, to be honest. So this doesn't do that, which is really nice. So long drive up to Silverstone today from in Surrey, and it's been quite manageable, to be honest, and it's not been too loud. With the ECU, you do get the pops and bangs coming through the exhaust, which sounds really nice. And if you want that to be even more pronounced, even louder, then one of the things you can do is get an even more sportier exhaust. So something like a TT Mark 7 or a Mark 9 or a Daytona exhaust, they're going to give you an even much sportier sound than this one. But for me, this is really good. One thing that I might do in the future, just for a bit of variety, I might look into buying a TT Mark 7 if I can get one cheap, and we might cover that in a video fitting that to the car. So met up with MG Lee in Cars with Willo. Now. And we're on our way into Silverstone. Really looking forward to this. See some other MG owners. Sun's out as well. Couldn't have hoped for much more with the weather. So we get to drive in, top down. I'll take you on along for the journey. Made it to the event. It was an hour and 20-minute drive up the M40 today. Roofed out all the way, nice and sunny now we're here. And as you can see, we're surrounded by fellow MGTF owners. Hello everyone. And in the back here we've got Will and Lee from Cars with Willo and MG Lee. We're going to have a little wander around, see the event, hopefully meet some of you.
I spotted it from distance.
A little bit of mimicking as well.
I like the mimicking. It gets away with it. It feels like my little son. We're talking about Alex, by the way. Alex, hold out your hand! And I said, if you're going to take the piss out of me, why don't you make it look like I've shit myself? Because he always does that. And I go, you do look like. So he's a good lad.
It is good, yeah.
Yeah, I've supported him lots over his career, so I just hope it carries on going.
I enjoy watching it. Hopefully I'll see you.
I'm waiting to retire and him become the new face of Willo dealers.
Are you going to be making an appearance on his
Yes,
new channel?
on his new channel. Yeah, me and Alex are talking about it at the moment. He's coming up to use my studio in a couple of weeks, so we are talking about it.
Yeah, keep an eye out for it.
All right, good luck.
finishing up at MG Live. Had a really good day today. Went and had a look around at all the cars and all the stands. Picked up some MG merchandise as well, which is always a bonus. But honestly, I've been so impressed with the turnout of MGFs and TFs today. As we had a look around, by far the most of any model of car were the Fs and TFs. So all credit to those people who came today. Really great to see some of you who came over and said hello as well. So I'm going to head home now. Hopefully get some nice footage of the drive home, and really looking forward to that. It should be a nice little drive home in the sunshine.
I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you want to see more videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. Please also follow the MGTF on Instagram, where you'll get to see lots of other photos of the car. Thank you for joining today, and until next time, I'll see you soon.